Welcome, I'm Cassandra, and this is your general and love forecast for March 2018. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. I'd like to take a moment to tell you that this reading will be a little bit different if you watch my readings every month. This one's going to be a little bit different. I just simply wanted to change things, shake things up for a moment, and I definitely appreciate your feedback. If you like this reading and prefer this type of reading, please do comment below and let me know. If you prefer the older format, please drop a comment, let me know. And if you don't mind either way and you like both styles, I'd greatly appreciate your feedback. I just want to make sure that everyone is happy with what they are receiving. This is a reading for the masses, so it may resonate, it may not. Part of it may resonate. Some months it may resonate completely with your situation, and sometimes it won't, but this is for the masses, so it isn't by no means a personal reading. So now that that is said, let's jump into this. Okay, for Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moons, and Aquarius Risings, your card for this month is the Sun. So, the Sun is a beautiful card. Perfect way to start this reading. So this would definitely indicate that you guys have definitely attained something. You have accomplished something that you've wanted. Something, perhaps maybe it might have been a goal, maybe a dream. Maybe some of you have recently gotten married. Maybe some of you have recently started a relationship. Maybe some of you have moved residences. Maybe some of you have started a new job. But either way, you have accomplished something, and it's something to be happy about. It makes you feel optimistic. Okay, for our circumstances card, we have the Nine of Swords in the reversed position. So this definitely indicates that you guys have definitely gone through some sort of loss. Now, for a few of you, this could indicate that you may have had surgery. And if you have recently had surgery, then you are definitely in a recovery period right now. Now, for the rest of you, this is definitely indicating that we've gone through a period of loss. We lost something. Sometimes this could be the loss of a relationship, a loss of a friendship. This could even indicate issues within, your family life as well. But there was something that was lost, and now that it's in the reverse position, we are working towards healing, and a little bit more healing occurs every day, and we are reminded that the sun will come out tomorrow. We are healing from this loss. Now, if you do watch my readings, I am going to be clarifying the first, second, and third card, and then the 6th and the 10th. So that's how I'll be doing it this month. Okay, this would be the focus card, and here we have the Seven of Swords, which sorry, can't speak. Too much energies. Okay, Seven of Swords. This is the Moon in Aquarius card. So this can indicate that some of you could have potentially dealt with an issue that may have involved deception. There could have been an issue where someone potentially could have took something that did not belong to them. So this could indicate, theft. This could also indicate that perhaps someone lied to you, so, this could be betrayal. Sometimes this can indicate self-betrayal as well. not self-betrayal, self-deception. That's what I'm looking for. But more times than not, this comes from another source, from someone else. And perhaps the loss that you went through, yeah, perhaps someone could have potentially stolen something from you or betrayed you. And for a few of you, this can indicate unfaithfulness in a love relationship. So that will resonate with a few of you. So yeah, this is definitely not the best energy, but this is overall about being sneaky, okay? There is this sneakiness vibe to this card. So if you're not sneaking around, Aquarius, you need to take a look around in your life to see who is sneaking around. Okay, this is the card of your recent past. Some of you could still be experiencing this energy, but it will be moving away from you, or it is clearly already in your past. So, either way. Here we have the Page of Wands in the reverse position. So, you guys in your recent past were waiting on messages. Maybe they didn't come through. Maybe they were delayed. Or maybe the messages that you received were rather than disappointing, Page of Wands, this information could have come from someone that was Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, potentially. But it doesn't have to necessarily be someone from that sign. It could just be the overall energy of this particular card. But in the reverse position, we are receiving disappointing news. Perhaps maybe you had went after a job and maybe things did not work out. Maybe you didn't hear back, or maybe if you heard back, it wasn't the best news. So disappointing news can definitely come up with the Page of Wands in the reverse position. So something disappointing definitely occurred. Okay, this is the card of the present, the here, the now energy. We have the Two of Wands in the reverse position. So the Two of Wands in the upright position, this is about waiting on results. And when it's in the reverse position, those results are either delayed or they're just not coming at all. A lot of times with the Two of Wands in the reverse, we have started something. We started something, we put it into motion, and we're awaiting results, okay? And when it's in the reverse position, either the results don't come in, or the results that do come in are not what we want to hear, okay? And this is also a card of partnerships. So, this could have been a business partnership. This could have actually been a relationship, a romantic relationship, or it could have been a friendship. Yeah. And you probably received some disappointing news, or some news that you just simply did not want to hear. And it is possible to, if this is something that you truly want, that you set into motion, if you truly want it, you may need to step back and look at things objectively so that you can refocus. You need to regroup. You need to go through your plan to see what's working for you and what's working against you. So it is possible to tweak things so that you can bring this card upright and make it work for you. And sometimes this can indicate that you may need to just start over entirely. And this can also indicate, especially within partnerships, that it's not equal. So one party is doing more than the other. So there's definitely a lack of balance there. which can lead to problems, especially in partnerships. Okay, for the near future, here we have the Ace of Coins in the reverse position. So this energy, some of you could actually be experiencing this right now. And for some of you, you will see this energy coming closer towards you over the next week, a week and a half. Yeah. Mid-March. Okay. Ace of Coins in the reverse position. So you guys definitely had a new start in regards to financial matters or material matters. And when it's in the reverse position, this can indicate that you may be spending too much money. Perhaps you started a project, maybe you started a business, it could be many different things, but maybe you didn't take into, consideration that, unexpected costs can pop up. Maybe you just weren't counting on, this costing more than what it did. Yeah, or what it will, excuse me. So, this can indicate that if, you do have a project that you're working on, that it may cost a lot more to get it going than you had previously thought it would. The Ace of Coins in reverse is also a warning for us to be careful. We need to start budgeting. There is a need to, have a budget. We don't want to be having frivolous spending under this type of energy. We need to really separate what is a need and what is a want. The things we need are the things that, you got to focus on. The things that you want, you want a new pair of shoes, you want a new car, those are things that, you may think you can afford them right now, but that can kind of work against us because unexpected expenses can pop up here. Now, sometimes this can also indicate that perhaps you've taken the wrong road in regards to a new direction. So some of you could have started a new job and maybe it wasn't the best job for you. Maybe you started a new job and you really thought that you were going to like it, and then you're like, oh God, I hate this. So yeah, it's definitely a bit of a financial setback. Okay, this is the card of the attitude. So you guys have a wonderful attitude. I'm loving this. You have the Six of Wands for your attitude. So you guys are definitely working very hard to achieve something that you've been going after. And this is a card of victory. So you guys are definitely having an attitude of, I'm going to get what I want. I'm working hard. I'm going to emerge victorious. I will get what I want. So I love that energy. That's great. Okay, this is how other people see you. Here we have the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords is about indecision. So a lot of times with this particular card and energy, you have options. You have a choice to make. And you have to choose out of multiple things. It could be 2 different things. It could be 5 different things. But there is a choice that needs to be made. Maybe someone presents you with an opportunity, but you don't know if you want to take it. So there's indecision here. And a lot of times it's of an emotional nature, something that provokes us emotionally because of the water, and the water symbolizing our emotions. So she does put this blindfold on herself because she's choosing to go within, to use her third eye. She wants to listen to her inner voice to help her make her decision. So Some of you could be having a problem making up your mind or choosing. So a word of advice, if you are having a problem, if it is within your means, or a possibility, depending on what it is, maybe do some research on whatever your options are, if that's possible. Gather as much information as you can before you make your decision. You definitely want to weigh the pros and the cons of each choice by using good reasoning ability, logic, weighing those pros and cons. Okay, so this is the position of hopes and fears, so I'm automatically going to class this as a hope. The Three of Wands is about partnerships and cooperation. This is about definitely starting a project, and we are now beginning to see resources flow in from this. The ships are coming in, so to speak, and those ships are holding our resources. So that's a positive. And this is also a card of, people want to help you, and a lot of times a partnership deal can come up where someone wants to be a partner with you, or someone may want to financially back you. So this definitely seems like a hope. Okay, the final outcome card is the World in the reverse position. This is not the card I like to see in the reverse position. It's not a horrible card in the reverse position, but this is definitely a card that's like, okay, you got to be honest with yourselves here. You got to be real honest with yourselves, because this card in the reverse position can indicate that you may be refusing to learn from your past. Maybe there's a mistake that you repeatedly make, and you just have refused to learn. Well, the World in reverse would be indicating that, you're repeating something and you need to really learn from it. And by not learning, you're actually pushing yourself away from self-actualization. The world can be yours and all the karmic rewards that come with it. But you've got to be honest with yourself, and you have to face any type of mistake that you keep repeating. You gotta definitely be ready to call yourself out on it and deal with it. Make sure that you don't keep repeating a mistake. Sometimes this can also indicate that you may have been going down a path that was a good one, and then you just may all of a sudden decide, I'm gonna walk off this path. Just unexpectedly, just, change of mood. I'm ready to walk off this path. But overall, this card is about more work needs to be done before you can attain the upright position. So, yes, more work must be done. So whether that's recognizing a pattern that you keep repeating and realizing, okay, I need to learn my lesson and be done with this and stop doing it, or you may not want to walk off that path. Maybe it's not the best thing for you. Maybe think it through. Take some time to think things through, especially if you're considering walking off of a path that you've been on. Take your time, go within and really weigh the pros and cons before you decide to walk off that path. Because it could have been a really beneficial path to be on. But if you've walked off of it, you'll never find out. But every Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign is different, and you all want different things. and that's okay. Everyone's living their own personal journey. We don't all want the same things, and that's okay. Okay, for the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Wands in the reverse position. So, some of you could be dealing with a Leo. It could be a woman, could be a male. Or it could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Now, with the Queen of Wands in the reverse position, this is indicating the more aggressive side coming out. Okay? You could potentially be dealing with someone like this, or some of you guys could be dealing with your more aggressive side coming out. Now, typically with the Queen of Wands in the reverse position, something has happened that's upset her. And so she ends up displaying the more aggressive, the more bossy and pushy side of her personality. Some might even look at her like she's being a bit arrogant. So if you know that you've been acting this way, you may want to call yourself on it, especially if it's been a repeated pattern. Sometimes things come up and we could end up being angry, and we could turn that anger in on ourselves, or we could turn our anger out on others. But this is definitely indicating someone who is acting in an aggressive type of manner. Not to say that they'll be physically aggressive, but it would be more of a verbal type of aggressive. Okay, back to our Sun card, where you guys have definitely recently received something that you worked for. Some of you may have gone back to school. Some of you could have moved and got a new house. Some of you could have gotten into a new relationship. Some of you could have gotten married. Either way, the Sun is about accomplishing something that we've wanted, and we've got it. So it is clarified by the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords is about, first and foremost, this is a soldier. And he is laying down and he is resting, taking a break, because he has been fighting battles. And so now he is retreating. Now, for some of you, this could be indicating that perhaps you're going to be taking a vacation. Maybe you're on vacation, or maybe you soon will be. Maybe some of you will simply decide to withdraw a little bit and take some time for yourself so that you can regroup, recuperate, recover from just dealing with life in general. But this can also indicate a temporary truce. So sometimes this can indicate that there could have been some verbal battles, so to speak, and this could be a temporary truce for some of you. And so with a temporary truce, it's temporary. So at some point you're going to have to come up out of your retreating period, and you will have to face a certain situation. Now, for a few of you, this could be indicating that you may have surgery. For some of you, this could be cosmetic surgery. Maybe this is something that you want to go do. Maybe this is something you've been wanting. So for some of you, that'll resonate with a few of you. This could be a cosmetic type of surgery. Okay. And then for the advice card, we get the Hermit, which is ruled by Virgo. So the Hermit is about wise counsel, wise advice. Ultimately, this card is saying you need to go within. You need to listen to your inner voice. You need to listen to your intuition, your subconscious mind, your gut feeling, however you want to look at it. All the answers that you seek are already within you, but you need to quiet the mind, meditate if need be, go within. Now, for some of you, this could indicate that perhaps you may seek out someone for advice. And so this is definitely indicating that you will find someone that can give you some good solid advice. But definitely pay attention to the advice because it will be good. It may not be what you want to hear, but it will be good advice. Okay, this was our circumstances. We have the Nine of Swords in the reverse position, so definitely a loss of some sort. And it is clarified by the Emperor. Okay, well, the Emperor can also be your father. So some of you could have actually had a bit of an issue, a fallout with your father. Some of you could have recently lost a father, and if that, through passing, so if that is resonating with you, my deepest condolences. Now, the Emperor in general, he is an authority. Typically, he is an older man, but this can go either way. It could be a woman as well. But this would be someone who is older and someone who is an authority. Perhaps you might have to deal with someone in authority. Perhaps you're ready to take on a position of authority. But the Emperor is definitely about taking control. He'll take control. And some of you could be just simply taking control of your life after this loss. You realize you're in control of your own fate. You make your own choices. So yes, this can definitely indicate that this loss that you've been through, it inspires you to take control of your destiny. Two of Swords again. So the advice is if you're at a point of indecision, you definitely need to go within. Yeah, but yeah, this is definitely indicating that you have a choice to make. And so the advice is you need to go within. Use your intuition, let your inner voice, your higher mind, your subconscious mind, however you want to look at it, listen to that. This is also our Moon and Libra card. Some of you could actually be dealing with authority figures in your life. And when I say authority figures, that could be a judge, it could be someone for the police, something of that nature. Could be a judge, could be, someone with a position of authority. Maybe some of you feel that maybe an older person is interfering in your life and has brought a loss to you. Maybe you feel that they've caused a loss for you. Okay. Our focus card, the Seven of Swords. So definitely sneakiness. If you're not sneaking around, you need to look around to see who is. This can also indicate deceptions, theft, and it can indicate unfaithfulness. That's not 100%, but, it can, especially if they're supporting cards. Okay, ouch, yeah. Clarified by the Ten of Cups in the reverse position. Okay, so for some of you, you definitely may feel robbed of your happily ever after, so to speak, your contentment, your family happiness. So maybe someone could have literally stolen from you. Someone could have actually vandalized your home, or the home is damaged, especially by flooding. Yes, flooding, water. You know, this could be broken pipes, broken water heater, you know, things of that nature. Or this can be an act of God, so, you know, flooding, you know, all the crazy weather, hurricanes, tsunamis. But overall, this is, you know, the happily ever after that we want, but when it's in the reverse, we're not getting that. So, yeah, things are not good on the family front. So this definitely could be indicating that there could have been a deception. Either on, it could be you that deceived, or it could be that someone has deceived you. It can go either way, so don't shoot the messenger, please. So someone's on the receiving end of this. Family unhappiness, and it could be caused through betrayal. It could have been caused through an extramarital affair, you know, unfaithfulness. Someone, you know, like I said, someone could have been robbed. Someone's home could have been damaged. Someone's home could have been robbed. Someone's home could have been damaged, vandalized. Or there could just simply be deception and betrayal within a relationship or your home life. So this deception and betrayal could definitely be upsetting the home life. Okay, so for our advice cards, we have the Five of Cups in the reverse position, and this is about loss and disappointment. Now that it's in the reverse position, this shows that you are healing from a loss and a disappointment, and it would definitely have to do with love, and especially your family. Yeah. But see, your hope is returning to you when it's in the reverse position. So the advice here is you need to realize that things will get better. Your hope will renew. All is not lost. And your hope is returning. It will return. If you feel like it's not returned, it will return. Things are going to get better. Tomorrow is a new day. There's always more chances, you know. Sure, we may have 3 broken cups and, you know, spilled, but there are still 2 cups here. So tomorrow's a new day. And this is definitely indicating, especially if there was a severing of ties within a relationship, you know, that you'll get another opportunity, you know. If you're ready to love, you'll get that chance again. So this is more of a healing process. All the 5s are about transitions. So, you know, not necessarily the best energy unless you like change. If you love change, then yeah, 5s will be good for you. Now we have the Strength card. So the Strength card is definitely advising that we rely on our inner strength to make it through this situation that you're going through. You need to really rely on your inner strength. Also, with the Strength card, this gives us the ability to make our point of view to others without being overly forceful. We can make our point to others in a loving and compassionate way. And also with the Strength card, it's very positive, especially in the upright position, because this shows that we are in control of our fears. But the advice, it's an advice card. So the advice here is to remain in control. Don't allow fear to control your thinking, okay? Love can be possible. Don't let fear control your thoughts and your reactions to things. If you have a point to make to someone, you can do so. You can do it through a loving, understanding way. You don't have to physically force your opinion. Okay, so this was the near future. We had the Ace of Coins in the reverse position, so this is definitely a financial setback. It's also a call to definitely curb our spending. We don't want to be out, spending money on frivolous things. So we definitely need to budget. This can also be about, having to spend more money on something than we expected to. Okay. Well, this is definitely going to make sense. So it's clarified by the Two of Pentacles in the reverse position. So some of you may be experiencing perhaps a shortage of money or experiencing issues with something new that you've started, and it is because you have taken on too much. You've taken on too much. There's too many irons in the fire. You're trying to do too many things, and we just can't do our best at these things when we try to take on too much. So then we can cause things to fail because we're just, taking on too much. Maybe some of you are working too much. Now, the Two of Pentacles in the reverse position can definitely indicate that some disappointing news may come your way. And it will be news of a financial nature. Now, the best course of action here, especially if you want to salvage this new thing that you've started, you really must focus. You're going to have to drop some of those pentacles, so to speak, and focus. It's best to focus on one thing primarily right now, because trying to do too many things at once is causing a problem. So you're going to have to pick and choose which, pentacles you really want to keep focusing on, because you're going to have to put one of the pentacles down. There's just too many irons in the fire. It ends up working against us. Okay, and here's the advice card, the Page of Swords. So, yeah. This can indicate that you may be receiving some information. Perhaps information that comes through a third party. This can also indicate spying and or secret information. But overall, the Page of Swords is about unexpected situations that pop up. A lot of times this is about disappointing news. Excuse me. All the energy. This is about disappointing news. And it can be rather unexpected that comes your way. And this news, you're going to have to make decisions quickly. So you're going to have to decide quickly on which of these pentacles you want to focus on. Do you want to salvage this new start here? Or do you want to keep the existing one going? You need to be prepared for some disappointing news. You're going to have to make quick decisions. And my feeling is you're going to have to choose between these pentacles. Either you're going to have to choose or a choice will be made for you. Okay, we had our world card in the reverse position. So this is definitely speaking of us walking off of a path that we've been on, just deciding, hey, I'm just going to walk off the path. And also, this is about us repeating mistakes and not learning from them, or repeating certain patterns that we have and not learning from them. And we have to work more. There's more work that needs to be done in order for us to receive the karmic rewards that we would like. Okay, yeah, first card out to clarify is Queen of Wands yet again. Oh boy, alright. Yep, that's definitely making sense now. Okay, so the world in reverse. Maybe a mistake that we keep making is maybe when situations arise that upset us, maybe you're reacting moody, maybe you're being a bit pushy, maybe you're feeling a bit more aggressive, or maybe there's someone in your life that is just like this that you're dealing with. And maybe this person could be someone you keep falling back with. This could be, a relationship, a romantic relationship. This could be a platonic type of relationship, a friendship. There could be someone in your life like this that you keep giving chances to, a repeated pattern, and it's just not worked. The aggressive side just keeps coming out. Or maybe you're mad because you're trying to achieve what you want. You're trying to get your goals. Maybe you just keep experiencing setbacks and you react aggressively. Or pushy. Arrogance can come out too, so definitely beware of that. But we also have the Eight of Swords here, so this makes sense. A lot of times we can react in an aggressive manner, especially if we're letting fear control us. So perhaps some of you are scared to commit to a change, to make a change, out of fear. For some of you, you've literally made a mental prison. Your fear has made a mental prison for you. And you restrict yourself by listening to the fear, by letting the fear get the upper hand on you. And you really don't want to do that, because fear will paralyze you. It will keep you in the same spot. Fear will literally keep you like a hamster running on a wheel. The hamster's running, but they're not making it anywhere. I guess they may be a little entertained, but they're not making it anywhere. So essentially this is kind of the same thing. Our wheels are spinning, but we're not going anywhere because the fear is taken over. This also speaks of we are not able to make a decision because we are so consumed by the fear. So why are you so fearful, Aquarius? Do you fear change? Do you fear love? Do you fear relationships? Do you fear starting over? Do you fear starting a new job? Maybe you're scared to stop a pattern that has repeated. But you really need to take a chance. You don't want to keep being stuck in this cycle of fear, because you're robbing yourself of these karmic rewards And it's the fear. And this can be fixed quite easily. I mean, if you can bring those aggressive feelings down, stop letting fear control you, we can easily reverse this card. But you have to be able to make a choice, and that's the problem with this card, is we don't seem to be able to make a choice because fear has just got the better of us. But you have to know, this woman, she is not stuck in those swords at all. It's an illusion. Fear is an illusion, okay? Yes, some things should be feared, okay? Danger is very real. But fear, there's nothing to fear but fear itself. That's the God's honest truth right there. Because fear will hold you back. Fear will cost you so many things and you don't even realize it. Perhaps your fear has costed you a major opportunity that might have been presented to you over the last month. Maybe you're too scared to take the opportunity and it's because of fear. Oh, ouch. Okay, so advice card. We get the 5 of coins. The 5 of coins, this can indicate financial bankruptcy or spiritual bankruptcy. Or it could just simply indicate trying times where things are very hard for us. Now, this is also very symbolic of being put out into the cold. Maybe you feel you were put out into the cold, or maybe you put someone else out into the cold. This can go either way. So perhaps maybe you've shut someone out of your life out of fear. You put them out of your life because of fear. You're thinking in a pessimistic, negative way because fear is controlling your thinking. And it's costed you an opportunity. You know, the opportunity could be many different things. Every Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign is different. Everyone has their own path. So everyone's situation is different. Not everyone wants the same thing, and that is okay, you know. So, but this definitely shows being put out into the cold. And the 5 of coins here, again, this is a transition, you know. So change is the name of the game. And being Aquarius, you guys are ruled by Uranus, so you're quite used to sudden changes. So you may like the energy, the change energy. Although this is definitely not an energy I prefer myself. Trying times. But the overall advice here is you don't have to feel like you're put out in the cold, and you don't have to put someone else in the cold. But you got to get a hold of control of your fear, because to me this is fear-based thinking, and it's robbing you of an opportunity. And perhaps for some of you this opportunity could have something to do with a home. Maybe some of you want a new home. You know, for some of you it could be a relationship. Ouch. Whew. Okay. We had the Queen of Wands in the reverse position here as well. Okay, wow. All right, so this definitely shows that we may disregard some good advice, some good wisdom. Sometimes this can have the overall energy of daydreaming. Sometimes your head could be stuck in the clouds, and so you don't really see how dark it is, how dark a certain situation is. Perhaps you could be your own worst enemy right now, especially if you're letting fear control you. Because if you're letting fear control you, then you can't really hear your inner voice. Because fear is taking your mind over. Okay. So then we have the Seven of Cups in the reverse position. So the Seven of Cups is about an emotional choice. This is, to me, like an emotional choice wish card. So similar to the Nine of Cups, but the Seven of Cups is more of an emotional choice. The Nine of Cups, we could have any type of wish, but the Seven of Cups, it seems to be more of an emotional wish. So it looks like you already made a choice, and if you haven't, you already did. And maybe you feel like the choice you made was the right choice for you. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. With the wish card, we always want to pick the spiritual choice, but so many people are more inclined to go after that Cup of Jewels or the skeleton keys. But we ultimately needed to pick the spiritual option. A lot of times illusions can get in the way. All that glitters may not be gold. Sometimes something can look fabulous on the outside, but then once we get it, we're like, oh my God, this is horrible. So hopefully you guys made the right choice. But you guys really got to get out of this fear, because you're not going to be able to hear your intuition. Or perhaps for some of you, maybe some of you did seek out advice from someone else, and maybe you didn't listen to the advice. Maybe you disregarded the wisdom and you made this choice, and the choice would have been made under, the aggressive side of the Queen of Wands, but it's fear-based. So the decision was made out of fear. Or for some of you, the decision could have been quite impulsive, or maybe a hasty one. Maybe you didn't think things through all the way. That'll resonate with some of you. It's not going to resonate with all of you, so. Okay, so I did do the Love Oracle just a tad different. So these are going to be the Love Oracle cards for the single Aquarius suns, moons, and rising signs. So for the first card, you deserve love. You are lovable. The second one, let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Okay, and then separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So some of you were in a relationship, but you have recently separated. Which could be a big reason why I keep seeing the aggressive side of Queen of Wands. Letting our aggression, our anger get the better of us. Okay, now this would be for the Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs that are in a committed relationship and or married. I actually got quite a few here. Can't help what falls out. very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. True love. This is the romance of a lifetime. So some of you that are married or already in a relationship, you have your true love. So that's a positive. Children. Your love life is being affected by children. Yeah, so some of you could be having your children may be acting out. This could be causing problems within a relationship. Or maybe the choices you have to make in regards to your relationship, you really have to focus on your children first. And then the final card is love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Yes, you guys need to love yourself. Now, these cards fell out randomly while I was shuffling, so I don't want to ignore them, so I'm just going to speak because they'll resonate with somebody. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And then attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Okay, keep your head up, Aquarius. It looks like you guys got some work to do, but it looks like it could definitely end up being worth it if you put the work in. But the biggest thing I can advise right now is if you're having an issue with fears and potentially, repeating the same mistakes, definitely bring that fear under control. Take your mind back, just like the Emperor. You need to take your mind back. You need to take control. You are the one in control. You are the authority. You need to exercise that fear up out of your mind. You need to exercise it like it's a damn demon. Get out. You do not belong here. You don't want your thinking to be fear-based because, that can cause us so many more problems, and we don't need them. We really, really don't. You guys deserve to be happy. And fear can just push everything away from us, and clearly you're trying to achieve something great. But fear has either pushed you off of your path, you've jumped off of a path because of fear, or we keep making the same mistakes. So, and it's all because of fear. That's what it comes down to. So if you're having that issue with fear and experiencing a lot of indecision, get rid of that fear first and foremost. And then go within and weigh things out. Weigh the pros and cons of all your choices. Use that good reasoning and logic abilities that you guys have. You really just need to get rid of the fear right now. Okay. Love yourselves, Aquarius, okay? I love you guys. I will talk to you guys next month. I'm sending you blessings of healing, prosperity, and love. Talk to you next month.